Caitlin Clark is taking the WNBA by storm. The rookie came in breaking barriers, and now everyone is starting to admit that the hype is real.
Everybody knows that the reason why our teams around the league are having sellouts are because Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are coming to town.
This is Cheryl Reeve, the coach of the USA Olympic team, and she just dropped this bomb after losing to the Indiana Fever. She practically admitted that Clark is the reason for sold-out tickets across the league, and this statement came right after facing Caitlin on the court. Could we finally see Clark in a Team USA jersey in Paris? Things are heating up, and we're gonna break it all down here, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and let's get started because the talk is just beginning. Guys, first we have to talk about the earthquake Caitlin caused in the WNBA. I've been following her since the beginning, and man, it was tough at first. A lot of people doubted her, saying her game wouldn't adapt, but guess what? Clark is shutting everyone up. Look, it's not just about statistics. Although her numbers are insane, it's the way she plays, those logo shots, the jaw-dropping passes. Clark is changing the face of the game, and it's not just on the court. The arenas are packed, folks. Everyone wants to see the rookie in action. There's a line to buy tickets, something we hadn't seen in a long time in the WNBA. But the craziest thing is seeing how other teams are having to adapt. Entire defenses are being built just to try to stop Clark, and even so, she keeps shining. Seriously, I'm seeing a change in the league that I never imagined possible so quickly. The energy in the games, the media coverage, the fan interest, everything has changed since Clark arrived. And the season has barely started. Imagine what's coming next. And if you still had any doubts about Clark's impact, Cheryl Reeve's statement after playing against the Fever changed everything. Reeve not only acknowledged the Clark phenomenon, but practically admitted that she is the reason for all this change. And we're talking about the coach who just lost to her. But the most interesting thing is that Reeve didn't stop there. She compared this moment to the arrival of Bird and Magic in the NBA. She's saying that Clark could be that kind of game changer for the WNBA. And the craziest part is that Reeve also talked about the league needing to capitalize on this moment. Like she's basically giving a heads up to the WNBA. Look, Clark is handing you a golden opportunity. Don't mess it up. I've been following Clark since the beginning, and honestly, seeing a figure like Cheryl Reeve recognizing all this, it's very interesting. It's clear that even the haters are having to admit Caitlin Clark is the real deal, and she's changing the game. And with all this happening, we need to talk about what everyone is thinking, but no one has dared to say until now. It's time for Caitlin Clark to go to the Olympics. Yes, you heard right. Look, the USA team has 2 injured players, including Diana. And you know that the coach of this team is Reeve. And after she praised Caitlin, anything can happen. I'll be honest with you. Leaving Clark out of the team was a big mistake. Anyone who has been following her from the beginning can say, without fear of being wrong, that she has everything to shine at the Olympics. Think about it. Clark is dominating the WNBA as a rookie. Imagine what she can do on a stage like the Olympics. She has the shot, she has the vision, she has the leadership. It's the complete package. And it's not just a matter of skill. Clark brings an energy, a charisma that few athletes have. She could be exactly what the team needs to fire up the crowd in Paris. I know some people said it's too soon, that she needs more experience. But honestly, Clark has already proven that she's ready for the big leagues. She handles pressure like no one else. In the end, the question isn't if Clark deserves to be on the team. The question is, can the team afford to leave her out? I don't think so. It's time to reconsider and give Clark the chance to shine representing the country. On the court, Clark is redefining what's possible in women's basketball. Her half-court three-pointers are no longer a surprise. They're an expectation. Her game vision is out of this world. She doesn't just make the right play. She makes the play that no one else saw. The numbers don't lie. Clark is leading in assists. She's among the top scorers, and this as a rookie. She's forcing defenses to completely change their strategies just to try to contain her. But the impact off the court, that's another level. Ticket sales have exploded. Every Fever game, home or away, is sold out. Media coverage has skyrocketed. Even people who never cared about the WNBA are talking about Clark. Look at this 90-year-old lady who went to her first WNBA game. It's simply amazing. And it doesn't stop there. WNBA merchandise sales have skyrocketed. Clark's jersey sold out everywhere. She's bringing a new generation of fans to women's basketball. The most impressive thing is how she handles all this. Always humble, always focused on improving. She not only elevates her own game, but the entire team's. You know, that type of player who changes the game not only when they have the ball, but just by being on the court. That's the Clark effect. She's raising the level of the entire league, and look, this is definitely just the beginning. We still have the All-Star and the rest of the season. Her impact on the WNBA and women's basketball as a whole is going to be much greater. Clark isn't just playing the game, she's changing the game. Do you remember how the Fever was last season? Yeah, at rock bottom. But then Caitlin came along, and folks, the story completely changed. Last year, the Fever was terrible. Last place, empty arena, no expectations at all. It was sad to see. But then came the draft, and with it, Clark. Since she arrived, it's like a switch has been flipped. The team is no longer the league's punching bag. Now everyone knows that facing the Fever is a tough game. The numbers don't lie. Wins have increased, the team's scoring has gone up, and most importantly, confidence is back. You can see in the players' eyes that they believe they can beat anyone. And it's not just Clark doing everything alone. She's elevated everyone's level. Her teammates are playing better, more confident, more aggressive. It's like her energy is contagious. Kelsey Mitchell is scoring a lot more points, and Aaliyah Boston is dominating the paint. And the arena that was empty before, now it's packed every game. The crowd is excited, loud, supporting the team from start to finish. The Fever has become an attraction, you get it? But the most impressive thing is seeing how the players are always praising each other, sharing the credit. This just shows their character and why they're so special. Look, what she's doing with the Fever I've never seen before. It's no exaggeration to say she's turned one of the worst teams in the league into one of the most exciting to watch. The Fever is building something special around Clark. If they keep on this path, it won't be long before we see them fighting for titles. Of course, they need some adjustments, especially in Christy Side's decisions at times, but it's clear that from now on, they'll only get better. And speaking of the future, what's next? That's the question that's making everyone restless. Clark has already proven she dominates the WNBA, but can she maintain this crazy pace? Teams are going to start creating specific strategies to stop her. How will she respond? And there's more. The pressure only increases. Every game, every play, everyone expects something incredible. How will Clark handle these huge expectations? Then there's the Olympic team issue. Will they call her for Paris? And if they do, how will that affect her rookie season? The Fever is improving, but there's still a long way to go. Can Clark lead this team to the playoffs, or maybe even fight for a title? And the WNBA, how will the league capitalize on this moment? Will they be able to turn the Clark effect into sustainable growth? For those who have been following since the beginning, you know, the potential is immense, but the challenges are also enormous. The next phase of her career could define not only her future, but the future of the entire league. The big question is, how far can Caitlin Clark go, and how will this change women's basketball forever? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, no one wants to take their eyes off this story even for a second. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about Clark on the Olympic team? Does she deserve a spot? Is there still time? Leave your comment below. And if you enjoyed this analysis and want to stay on top of everything about basketball, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. See you in the next video.